Hi, I'm Rohan Deshpande, and this is my Midsummer Night's Dream video journal. One thing that I found interesting about this play was that it had a happy ending, and that all the characters, all the lovers at the end were happily together. There's really no death, meaning this was a comedy, and I'm not really used to comedies. I'm really used to Shakespeare's tragedies, because that's all I've read in the past. One value that I found in this dramatic world was that for common citizens, men really hold power over women. They just essentially force their will over them. Obviously, we saw this at the beginning of the play when Aegis has the right to have his daughter Hermia killed for not obeying his orders of marrying Demetrius. And this is pretty drastic, but it just goes to show that men can do anything to women that they please. Demetrius, he was engaged to Helena, but when he fell in love with Hermia, he just essentially tossed Helena aside. And he didn't even, nobody really cared about her feelings because she was still madly in love with him. But, he just did whatever he wanted and he got the right to marry Hermia. So, it was just a terrible thing. And also, fairies in this world, they have magical powers, and they like to interfere with the lives of mortals. And so Oberon tells Puck to make Demetrius fall in love with Helena so that they can have a good relationship. And this obviously goes awry because Puck messes up. And he's really enjoying the show about how he messed up. But also, Puck gives Bottom the head of a donkey. And he really had fun with this. You could tell that this was all for fun. So it's just, they love to interfere with things and mess things up. One thing I didn't understand was Oberon told Puck to use the butt of Diane to undo what he did, how he messed up by putting the flower on Lysander's eyes. And so Diane actually refers to Diana, which is the goddess of virginity. And in Greek mythology, her name is Artemis. And so this makes sense now because you have the goddess of virginity, you have her effects on her bud, offsetting the effects of Cupid, who represents passionate love. So passionate love and virginity. So these issues conflict throughout the play. So it's easier to see now once I look that up. And then so women are depicted kind of as the weaker sex in the play. Men really are dominant, controlling of them. And this is you obviously see this when Aegis, Theseus, and Demetrius, they essentially think that Hermia is just property and that she just belongs to whichever man that they want. And also Titania and Hermia, they really challenge these societal standards by going against what the men in their lives wish them to do. And so Shakespeare is essentially exposing this culture of women being exchanged as prizes and property, and how poorly they're treated. And so this isn't real love. That's what Shakespeare's trying to say. And the play is basically saying that women should be able to go out, do what they want, have a voice in their life so that they can find true love and actually be happy. Because this isn't true love of them being dominated by men. Originally, this play was performed with the female characters being played by male actors. I feel like Shakespeare's audience was used to this because it was a thing at the time, but I feel like they also didn't get the full flavor of the intense relationships that were in this play, of the love, because seeing a man and a man on stage reenacting this relationship just wouldn't be the same as having a man and a woman, because you'd be able to imagine it better. And then one question, do you think that the character Bottom, him having his head turned into that of an ass, the connection between his name and that, do you think that Shakespeare was poking fun at him for some reason, intentionally? And also in some instances, there are words that are rhymed weirdly, like eyes and quality, so do you think Shakespeare was changing the rhyme scheme of this just to make it work? Something to think about.